What's going on, everyone? So, the Mark Williams saga is the gift that just keeps on giving. It's like every other day we're getting new information on Mark Williams. He was trolling the Lakers the other day, which, in all honesty, if anyone deserves to be able to troll, it's him. But we got new reports, right? And I think it's a little silly, but let's get into it, okay? Break down these reports, right? So, report, Lakers were worried they overpaid for Mark Williams and that he was too immature for their system, right? This is what is now being said about the Lakers and why they backed out of the Mark Williams trade, right? So, a couple things about this. One, why now all of a sudden, right? Like, two, why does the story keep changing? And three, like, how much longer are we going to drag this out? Like, it's just, it's silly at this point, right? Like, what's done is done. Whether the Lakers backed out because they had cold feet, or they backed out because they overpaid, or they backed out because of his physical, whatever it was, they backed out. All right. But a couple things about that. One, right? If the Lakers just backed out for cold feet, then Charlotte probably challenges it, right? At least to send the message to the rest of the league, right? Because the Lakers essentially tanked his trade value. So if you're Charlotte, yes, you might not win the appeal, but at least you get the information out there that, hey, Mark Williams is healthy, he's fine, because now they want to trade him. If the Lakers were wrong and all they just wanted to do, like they just were worried about the immaturity and they were worried about them overpaying, right? Let's say that was the truth. Let's say that was the case, right? Again, one, why was the reports and everything like for so long up until this point? Now all of a sudden it changes. Two, right? Like, why does Charlotte still want to trade him then this offseason? Again, why didn't they challenge it? Even if you don't win. Again, you at least put the message out there that he's healthy, that the Lakers just backed out because of cold feet, right? Like, it's just, at what point is it just that, no, like, it's the reality, right? The Lakers, and even the overpay thing, even the Lakers overpaying, it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, yes, did the Lakers potentially overpay for Mark Williams? Sure. But the consensus thought and media and fans and everybody wasn't like, oh man, Rob Pelinka overpaid. What was he doing? What was he thinking? No, the conversation and the narrative was like, the Lakers just won the championship, right? Like that was what everyone thought. I mean, Laker haters, like notorious media heads that hate the Lakers were like, I think the Lakers are the best team in the league now. Right? Lakers just got their missing piece. Lakers just became that. And if you go and get Mark Williams and you win, right? Like, do you think anyone's going to care that you overpaid? If you win the championship, everyone praises Rob. Everyone's going, wow, he pulled off Luka and Mark Williams and a championship all in the same year. Or if you win next year, right? Again, same thing. It's just, it doesn't make any sense because now the narrative is like, dude, you should have just done the Mark Williams trade anyway. And you know what was more likely to happen? Exactly what just happened. Him backing out, and then we end up losing because of our lack of size. And now everyone's going like, Rob, you should have done the Mark Williams trade. But what's more likely? That the truth is the truth, and an injury-prone player that is averaging like 40 games played a year failed a physical, or that there's this grand conspiracy thing that like, oh, the immature, he's 23 years old. Like, how immature could he be? He's a 20-10 center that is immature at 23. Like, okay, like Figure it out. I thought the Lakers were building a system. I thought the Lakers were, trying to create this pristine like that they just, turn water into wine. Right? Okay, well then here you go. Here's Mark Williams. Do it. I think the reports are just nonsense. I think, Lakers just lost because they failed to get a center. All of the narrative and conversation right now is, Lakers should have just done the Mark Williams trade. You have Mark Williams joking around, trolling the Lakers, and you don't think somebody went, this would be a great time to talk about him. Well, what can I say about him? Okay, well, Lakers felt like they overpaid because that's what everyone, that was what they did. Okay, so Lakers overpaid, but I need something more than just the Lakers overpaid. Okay. Oh, well, he's trolling, so he's immature. Again, that makes more sense to me than anything else. And even if it is, even if let's say this report is the one out of all of them that's accurate. This is the report that no, everyone else was wrong. This is it. This is the one. Again, why now? And who cares at this point? Who cares? Right? The season's over. They're already done. Lakers are going to get a center this offseason one way or another, whether it's through free agency, signing a Clint Capella and Steven Adams, or, trading for a tier guy, or signing a Miles Turner, or both, right? Maybe they trade for a Mark Williams and then sign a Steven Adams or a Clint Capella in a backup role, right? Like, one way or another, Lakers are going to get a center or two. It might end up being Mark Williams again, right? Lakers might go and re-engage with the team that supposedly, he was their guy. I thought that's what it was. I thought Mark Williams, he was our guy. We didn't want to trade him. We never planned on trading him. But the big bad Lakers came and knocked on our door, and they huffed and they puffed, and they were going to blow our house down if we didn't give them and trade them Mark Williams. And then they get Mark Williams back, and they have this whole speech about how he's their guy, and he's their future, and they never wanted to trade him. And then a week later, they're like, all right, so we're going to trade Mark Williams this offseason. So what is it? Right? Again, how many signs pointing to the same direction do you need to go, okay, that's the direction, right? It's like, okay, Lakers said he failed a physical. He's been incredibly injury prone his entire career thus far. It's early career, but he has been injury prone. Charlotte has basically backed out on him 3 separate times, right? And, Lakers desperately needed a center. Right? Lakers might have beaten Minnesota with Mark Williams. I think they would have, right? Because I think Mark Williams would have been, those games were so tight and so close. I think Mark Williams would have been the difference. But it's just, again, Rob Pelinka, he does the Mark Williams trade. The Lakers are probably A, still in the playoffs, and B, if they win, again, what is everyone doing? Everyone's going, Rob is the greatest GM ever. Oh my God, he's a genius. 2 championships in 5 years or what. Like, the narrative and conversation for him goes from like, oh, get rid of him, he's a bum, to this guy might be on the greatest GM run in NBA history, right? No one's going to care that you overpaid. Dalton Knecht didn't even play in the playoffs, right? So to go get a guy in you don't think Mark Williams would have played? Of course he would have, right? Like, my point is like, again, why now? Like, okay, why now? What's the point? Why? Lakers backed out because he was immature and they thought they overpaid him. Okay. Again, that was 4 months ago at this point, right? It's like Lakers are going to get a new center in the offseason. It's not like that was the last center in the league. It's not like that was the only center that was ever going to be available, right? Like, it's not like the Lakers, that's it. Oh, man, they missed out on Mark Williams. Like, again, I think it's because Mark Williams was trolling, right? He was getting people riled up. And I think somebody looked at that as an opportunistic moment to go, ooh, you can make a report. And then I'll have, people talking about it, content creators like myself talking about it, right? Like, that's just what this feels like to me, right? It just feels like, again, you have, for a month, it was, he failed to fail physical. Lakers had to fail physical. Like, if the Hornets really believe that they just got cold feet, why not challenge it to make the Lakers look foolish, right? Even if you don't win, right? Even if the NBA goes like, hey, we're not going to force the Lakers to go through with the deal, at least you let everybody know that he's healthy. But now everyone thinks, what? He's not healthy. That simple. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Kind of mixed? Middle? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.